Hello everybody. So in today's video, I'm going to be making a review on my Dell Precision 3560 mobile workstation. If you guys remember from my last mobile workstation review, I was using a 3520, so I've moved on from the computer. Now I'm using this much more newer 3560 mobile workstation. So we're going to go over its specifications, how it performs, and its practicality. So firstly, this one's a silver finish, silver to white finish, which I do like. You remember the 3520 that I used to use was black. If you guys don't know that laptop, it's I have another review of it on my channel if you want to check that out, but that used to be my previous laptop. So, let's see. All right, so this computer, when I purchased it, it came configured with a 512 gigabyte solid state drive, M.2 SSD. It's configured with a 98, no, not 98, 68 watt hour battery inside. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It does not have wireless WAN or LTE on it. It comes with a 1080p Full HD non-touch anti-glare display, and I do have the backlit keyboard configured on this model. You can't really see it because it's daytime right now, but it does get decently bright. And I have the Intel Core i5 11th Gen. I will get the exact model up there for you. So let's just log in. Give me 1 second. All right, so now we're in. So I typically use my laptop with a dock, but for this demonstration, we'll be using battery power. All right. So let's go over the specifications in this laptop. Let's go to performance. So we have an 11th gen Intel Core i5 1145 G7 processor clocked in at 2.6 gigahertz. In terms of workstation performance, this processor is more on the lower end. We have 4 cores and 8 threads or 8 logical processors, as you can see right now. It has a base speed of 1.5 gigahertz and it's clocked in at 2.6 gigahertz, and it has a turbo boost up to 4.4 gigahertz. I'll pull this up for you guys actually. Yep, just zoom in on that for you guys. Yep, so that's the processor mono. Oh, you guys can't really see that. Let's see. Yep, so it comes with 4 cores, 8 threads, up to 4.4 gigahertz for max turbo, and I believe 1.5 gigahertz is the base. So this laptop will crush the tasks of office productivity suites. For that, I would be talking about Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, all those things. And actually, before we get into that, let's move on to memory. I did expand this up to 24 gigs of memory. I am using mismatched memory. There's one 16 gig stick in here that was shipped with the computer, and then I threw in an 8 gig stick. Not the best setup, but yeah. But let's just say this computer was configured with 16 gigs of memory, which is pretty good. We have a 512 gigabyte solid state drive here. And then we have Wi-Fi, and then this computer does have the Intel integrated graphics, so Intel Iris Xe graphics. We're not using Intel UHD 630 graphics anymore. That was on my 3520. Now we've got Intel Iris Xe graphics, which is a big step up. And then this computer is equipped with discrete graphics, so we have the NVIDIA T500 graphics card, which is very nice. It is also configured at 2.0 gigabytes of dedicated GPU memory. That's the maximum you can go, but you also have shared GPU memory. All right. So for startup, my last BIOS time was, let's just say, around 8 to 10 seconds. So exactly 8.7 seconds, which is pretty good. I'd say that is good for me coming from, because I remember I used to use an HP laptop that took like 10 minutes to start up. This is like a breath of fresh air. But other than that, let's move on. So keyboard, this keyboard, it is very nice to type on. I it isn't a stark difference from my 3520, but let's just do a normal typing test. And I failed already. Oh man, abysmal scores right now. But yeah, the keyboard is pretty quiet. It's not too loud, which I like. The travel's not gonna be great as it is a laptop, but there is a pretty good amount of travel. And for flex, it doesn't really flex. I'm putting on quite a bit of force right now. For normal force, it's not gonna really flex. This is a very sturdy laptop, I will say, when compared to my 3520. We can do the flex test actually. Let me do it. Okay, it doesn't really flex much. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's not really flex much. The camera's kind of shaking, so it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, it doesn't flex much really. Like I'm lifting from this area and just lifts up the laptop. It doesn't flex much, which is very nice. Now they did remove the track point. As I remember on my 3520, there would be a track point here where you could have dedicated buttons, and we'll also have dedicated touchpad buttons down here. Now that's all gone. Now you only have the trackpad. But I will say this trackpad is very intuitive to use. It is multi-touch. Um, I don't know where the touchpad assistant went, but it is multi-touch up to 5 fingers. I'm screwing up stuff. But yeah, it's very responsive. I like it. The speed is pretty good. The trackpad feels pretty good as well. It's not as good as one of those MacBook trackpads. Windows needs to step up, or Windows manufacturers need to step up. But this is a pretty good trackpad for a premium device. Um, all right. Now we're gonna go on to like the performance aspect, if you will. So I plug this in. Oh yeah, one thing before that. The battery does seem pretty good. Um 6 hours and 10 hours and okay, yeah. Don't listen to this. Don't listen to this. That is extremely inaccurate. People say they've been able to get this thing to run up to 11 hours or something. That is with like a brand new battery or something, but so far I've only had this laptop for around 1 to 2 weeks now, and I haven't used it on the battery where it has been completely depleted. Maybe 1 to 2 hours in, it would be at 70 to 80%. So let's just ballpark it. So around 4 to 5 hours of battery life. Do note that this will change depending on what you're doing. Mostly I'm doing web browsing and stuff. But if you're doing something like video editing, you're rendering 3D stuff on your computer, or like you're playing games, like expect the battery life to be cut down to like 1 to 2 hours. So yeah. So when I usually use this computer and it's on battery, I'm not using the graphics card. If I am using the graphics card, it's only for light stuff, but I'm mostly on the CPU because once you kick on the graphics card, it's gonna start sucking up your power. So just keep that in mind. If do note that this system can be purchased without a discrete graphics card. So if you do want a graphics card, make sure you're purchasing the right one. So yeah, I did see when I was looking to purchase this computer, there were a few listings that did not include a graphics card inside the computer. Let's actually go on to the ports because we haven't covered that yet. So on the side, we have two Thunderbolt ports. that are also USB-C. We also have this ventilation grate. I do prefer if they put the ventilation on the back, or like, yeah, put the ventilation on the back, but it is what it is. So yeah, plus I'll get to the thermal management in a second. On the back, we no longer have any ports. From my 3520, there would be like a bunch of ports on the back, but we don't have any ports now. If you see right here, you'll notice a slot. Now, this slot will only be used on LTE enabled systems. So this is where the SIM card slot would go for mobile data connectivity. My laptop does not support that, so that slot is just a blank filler spacer right now. Now going over to the right hand side of the computer, we have a wedge-shaped Kingston security lock according to the Dell website. I don't know why they call it a wedge lock when it clearly looks like a square or rectangle, but yeah. We have a Ethernet port. It is full size. You just gotta pull this thing down a bit and it's gonna become full size. So it's kind of compact. We have an HDMI port, which is nice. Two USB A ports. We have a headphone and microphone combo jack. And then we have a micro SD card. Now, I have a camcorder that I usually shoot videos on, and then I plug it into my laptop. That's a full-size SD card. And then Dell put a micro SD card slot here. So now I have to go get a dongle, and I don't really like that. So yeah, that is my pet peeve about this computer. No full SD card slot. It's just a micro SD card slot. So yeah. All right. Moving on, I would like to note that this computer does have on the camera, there is if you can see it, a shutter. So, yep, security. Now, if you're not using camera, I just recommend you keep it closed. And when you use it, keep it open. So now, when a hacker breaks into your system and tries to snap a photo of you, all they're going to see is a black image. Because why? You have the Precision 3560 workstation, and you've got that camera shutter, which is nice. Gotta log back into the computer here. So let's do some tasks here. So we're gonna, let's see if we can. I'm gonna install PC Mark. I'm not gonna do a gaming benchmark because this is a mobile workstation. It's not for gaming. For those who are wondering what my scores were for Cinebench, I think it was around, what was it? Let me pull up my scores. I got, it was, give me a sec. Let me just, all right, I'm back. So the Cinebench score for a multi-core stress test for 10 minutes was 3,762. So yeah, this is not a gaming machine. Plus, that was my first time using Cinebench, so yeah, I'm not a benchmarking guy, but I don't think that's too good because I saw on the chart some processors were getting 17,000. But yeah, this is mobile workstation, not a gaming computer. If you guys leave one of those comments asking like if it's for gaming, such as if you can play Fortnite or something, I'm gonna tell you you can, but you can play it on the around low to medium settings. On some games you can play like high settings, but most of them just medium settings, and if not, low settings. All right. So yeah, this computer is not made for gaming, especially since it does have an NVIDIA Quadro card. Those, if you want a laptop for gaming, you would have to go with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX GTX. You guys are gonna screw me for that, but yeah. So instead of using Cinebench, we're going to use PC Mark because this is actually more realistic. Oh, you have to buy it. Great. Can I? Oh yeah. Okay, yep, you got to buy that thing. Okay, well, we can't do a battery report, so let's see. Just to give you a gist of the battery life on this thing. Refresh that. So this computer supports connected standby, all of that. What that means is basically, okay, let me pull that up for you. okay, there's modern standby. All right, so yeah, connected standby is one of those sleep mode things that allow your computer to like stay on but off at the same time. Helps conserve battery life and whatnot. So yeah, that can help you conserve energy. So let's see here. So this computer is an entry level computer for like 2D CAD or 3D entry level CAD. So we can go, let's say Blender or something, you know? You can probably get that. Yeah, and like I stated, it's gonna this computer is gonna crush Office productivity suite. So Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, Outlook, Access, Publisher, all those things. This laptop is gonna do it okay. Also, I do want to emphasize that this computer has a full-size keyboard. So if you're doing spreadsheets or something, this is a nice thing to have for data entry and stuff. So that's pretty good. I do like that ad. We're gonna launch Blender here. So yeah, you also even have like a calculator hotkey right there, and this computer does have media controls at the top as well. So yeah, pretty nice. So you know, you can do 5 + 5 = 10. You know, you can do those complex calculations that we know you all do. So yeah, that's great. And yeah, Blender. I don't even use Blender much. I think I learned this in school for a bit and then I just dropped out. Yeah, this is good for this isn't even CAD, is it? No, Blender isn't CAD. CAD would be like Autodesk, AutoCAD, those things. But you can also use this for 3D modeling. It's pretty good. How do I use this? Is this resize? So yeah, this would work, you know? So yeah, this computer would be pretty good for 3D modeling and stuff. I'm just gonna close that. But let's say you want to play a game on this. So I actually don't really have games on this computer, except you guessed it. This is the only game I play. So we're gonna try and do some basic gaming on here. Let's see. Let's do this game, and I'll play this game. And I'm gonna do in the corner FPS. All right, and these speakers do get pretty loud. Okay. Let me see if I can put the FPS in the corner for you guys to compare. All right, so yeah, this is pretty good, I would say. We're getting around 59 to 60 frames. Let me see if I can push that. Okay. So we can put, okay, yep. We can go beyond 60 frames. So yeah, around, let's see, 104, 100, oh, it's going down. 100, let's say 130 frames per second for this. We're gonna open up our task manager to show you what, so we're running 2.39 gigahertz going up and down. Let's open MSI Afterburners so I can show you the temperatures. The fans are not loud on this computer at all. But so that's pretty good. So, you know, it won't be screaming when you're running like demanding tasks. So as you can see, we currently have, I don't know if you guys can see that, but we have around 60 degrees Celsius on the temperatures right now. So that's pretty good. And also, if you're hearing that noise, that's from the game, I think. Let me just turn that down. Say you're not confused that it's the fan. Alright, so that's this. Now this is the actual fan noise. So, as you can hear, it's not too loud at all. So, that's pretty good. Let's see here. Let me just... In fact, I'll do a Cinebench test for you guys. Now, when I did receive this computer, it was having a thermal throttling issue. So the CPU would reach up to 100 degrees Celsius. Luckily, the computer is still under warranty, so I sent it into Dell. They replaced the heatsink, repasted the thermal paste, and for some reason they said they tested it with gold. I don't know what that means, but yeah, they said that, and I think the issue is solved. I'm still monitoring it. So yeah, as you can see, 3,762. That's our score for our computer. So yeah, this is we're just gonna do this for you guys. Let me just run this quickly and get it over with, and I will run the MSI Afterburner application so you guys can take a look at our temperatures. Where's our CPU temperature? Okay. So yeah, pretty good in my opinion. I think this is rendering a 3D image right now. I don't know. I'm not a master at Cinebench, but yeah. So I'd say this is pretty I don't know, is that if you guys have used Cinebench before and you know what a good score is for like laptops and mobile workstations and whatnot, please let me know your thoughts regarding this test. But yeah, also we are not plugged into AC power right now. Now you may be wondering why. And I just want to say that even if we're plugged into AC power, performance is actually going to be the same. You see, with some laptops, when you're unplugged, the CPU will be throttled to because there's limited power. But on this Dell workstation, they don't do that crap. So you're still getting your maximum performance even when you're on battery power. It may mean your battery's gonna die in like, 1 to 2 hours, but to me, that's fine. So yeah, plus I'm not doing AI on this thing either. For those who are also wondering, yes, this computer can run Windows 11. Does it run well with Windows 11? Yes, but in my opinion, I think Windows 11 sucks and you should stay off of it for as long as you can. I'm staying on Windows 10, and after that support date, I'm probably gonna use Zero Patch or something. But yeah, if you are wondering, you can use Windows 11 on this computer. And you can also use Linux, Chrome OS. Oh man, I'm a big fan of Chrome OS. Go after me for saying that. But yeah, you can also run Linux, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, Arch. Um, and yeah, you can do that. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty good so far. Temperatures are being managed pretty well. I do like that. Let's pull up our CPU is chugging right now. It's running at around 2.3 gigahertz. Keep working hard. Keep working hard. Our memory is being used. Around 8 gigs of memory is being used. So around 50% if we had 16 gigs, but I did upgrade to 24 gigs. So keep that in mind. Saying this is pretty good so far. I am very pleased. So for the past few days with this computer, I've been actually very pleased with it. The design is pretty good. It feels pretty durable, pretty sturdy. I like how it's lightweight. My previous Dell Precision 3520, that thing weighed almost 5 pounds. And when I was traveling or something and I had it in my backpack at the airport, oh man, walking to the gate with that mobile workstation in my backpack, oh man, I'll tell you this, it was a long walk. But once I travel with this thing's gonna be light. This thing's gonna be light. I'm gonna have a great time carrying this around because it's lightweight, unlike that Dell Precision 3520, which was like 5 pounds. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this in a bench thing because I'm not gonna have you guys watch a 10-minute animation of pixels loading on a screen because I mean, who's watching that? Am I right? But yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna do. Let's see. Let's open Word here. It works pretty well. No, thank you, Microsoft. No, great for typing, all that fun stuff. You can do that on this computer. Let me actually plug this into the dock to show you. And do note, if you do plug this into the dock, please power the dock with a 180-watt power supply, because if you don't, the computer is going to complain and performance will be limited as the dock does suck up quite a bit of power. So that's why I have to plug in the charger and the dock at the same time. So yeah, it's kind of bougie, but oh well. Gonna plug this in. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why there's like painter's tape wrapped around the connector of the dock, that's because Dell's build quality that they invest into these docks sucks, and I do have a video on that. If you want to look that up, the title should be called Dell dock quality control issue something. It's a YouTube short on the channel, so you'll find it there. Okay, so I do have the computer set up with two screens. Let me re-angle this camera. So yeah, this is how it's like. I'm using this screen. This is both screens are 1080p, 60 hertz. Nothing crazy. Well, yeah, I like to have this as my primary display, and then my secondary, maybe I have a video or I have Discord on this. I'm playing messages, and then I play a game up here or something. So yeah, this computer service life for this computer does end in 2026. So, and plus these computers are actually being retired right now, even though they're still fantastic machines. So I do recommend you buy these. When these came out, I believe the configuration for this one on Dell was, I'm not, what? Because I do know most mobile workstations that Dell sells would be in the $2,000 to $3,000 price range, at least for my configuration. I'm not completely sure. If you guys know the original price for this model, please let me know. But I didn't get that one for 2,000 because, you know, that would be brand new. This one I got used off of eBay for around $400, and it came with a warranty from Dell, so that's pretty good. And if you're wondering what warranty type of warranty it has the Dell Pro Support Plus warranty. So yeah, I do believe they also have the on-site remote diagnostics, on-site repairs after remote diagnostics service that was on this computer, but it expired in 2022, which is a bummer. So yeah, I think that actually concludes my review for this computer. If you and yes, you can do some other stuff on here like video editing, 3D modeling, CAD. So yeah, maybe I'll probably be doing video editing. You can be doing rendering projects on here. You know, you can do a lot of things on this computer. So this is like pretty good. This is the Dell's 3000 entry level computers. The let me see. Let's see. I have their marketing video up here. But yeah, this is their 3000 series workstations. So it's the entry level. I believe they have three lineups. So 3000, the 5000, and then the 7000. 7000 is like the top one. But this one's a 3000, and I just need an entry level workstation. So yeah. Mine, like the video said, this you can configure this up to an Intel Core i7. I don't know why I didn't say that at the beginning of the video, but yeah, it's a pretty good computer for it's priced in the used market now. So yeah, if you're like a student, college student, high school student, you're looking for a computer to do your schoolwork on, but to also, you know, unwind, watch videos, stream movies, play games and stuff, this is the perfect computer for you. Well, not perfect, this is one of them, but yeah. And I do recommend you doing your own research as well. I believe PC Magazine does have a very good review on this computer, so be sure to check that out. And that's it for this video. Wow, I've been recording for like 30 minutes. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions about this computer, feel free to leave them below in the comments. I do respond within 24 to 48 hours. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know. A like is always appreciated. So thanks for watching, and have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.